The transfer window is coming to an end, and Crystal Palace have only made the one signing. With the window shutting soon, there are still some big updates and transfer rumours around incomings and outgoings. However, with less transfer noise at the moment, comes more complaints from some in the Palace fan base. Welcome back to Luke Talks Palace, where today I'm chatting about all the latest Crystal Palace news and also analysing whether the Eagles should have been more proactive in the January transfer window. As always, if you are new here and if you enjoy the content, please feel free to subscribe if you're watching on YouTube, or follow if you're listening on Spotify or Apple Podcasts. Like and comment on the video. What players do you want to see us sign before January transfer window ends? Let me know. So let's dive into the video and discuss Diouf, Crystal Palace and the January transfer window. First of all, we'll dive into the potential outgoings. We all know that Odsonne Edouard was linked with a move away to the MLS. The striker, who doesn't even make the bench at Leicester, was apparently the subject of a 15 mil bid from Atlanta United. This was actually accepted. However, it's not meant to be, Crystal Palace fans, as Edouard rejected the move. That would have been a lovely amount of money for us. Of course, we'll all be fuming, but from Edouard's point of view, I completely understand. He is still only 27. If he heads there now, then there's no more European football for him, which is a really big thing for the Frenchman. It would have practically ended his career early, you know what I mean? People go to the MLS to kind of finish their careers. Moving there at 27 is quite a big move. Meanwhile, Schlupp is still being linked away, but with the constant injuries the Eagles are getting, Chadi Riyad and Cheikh Doucouré, the latest two to be injured, I can't see us really letting him go, which is a bit disappointing because we could just use with a bit more money, and he's not Premier League quality. Now, let's get to the bit of the video that everyone wants to talk about. What is going on with Diouf's possible move to Crystal Palace? The latest is that the move has definitely stalled. Diouf did play in Slavia Prague's Europa League match during the middle of the week, where he was one of only 3 players who can kind of be happy with their performance. The Czech side lost 2-0. Their campaign could be over in Europe very soon as next week is looking really likely. With the window ended on February the 3rd this season, yes, February the 3rd, not the 31st of January, there is no doubt that there is still time for this move to be completed. The fact that the links to other left-back targets have quietened down as well suggests that he's still our key target and the player we want. The issue for me is the fact that the movement has been far too slow on this one. As I've mentioned before, Prague do not need to sell him as they already sold 2 key players this transfer window. I dived into that in the last video. If you haven't seen it, be sure to check it out. I know Palace love moving late. That is a Parish personality trait, I think. That's the only way I can explain it. So I'm not worried at the moment. Plus, I do feel like they'll be put under some pressure, the board that is, from Glasner to get covering at fullback. Glasner has constantly mentioned bringing in 2 signings this window, so I think he'll be really disappointed if he doesn't get 2 in. Now, I know there will be some heavy complaints from the Palace fan base. In fact, there already is across social media about the lack of transfers. Some people wanted more. So if Palace only bring in 2 signings, would it be a good window or not? Let's kind of discuss this, analyze it, give both sides, because some people think we needed more than 2 signings. Some people are happy with 2 signings, and some people think we only need the 1 signing. Very interesting. Lots of different opinions on this one. Right, so before you make any assumptions on my opinion here, please hear my whole argument out. At the end of the day, Glasner is getting really good results with the squad he currently has. This video has been recorded before Brentford, and in this run so far, we only have 3 losses in 17 matches in all competitions. It's a ridiculous record. Take in mind the injuries we've had, take in mind the problems we've had, it's really, really good. With that in mind, you would think you wouldn't need a lot in this window. However, to me, if we truly wanted to push on, we have seen evidence of a manager in Glasner who can do exactly that. He wants to win every game. He's so good. The tactics are good. We're picking up really good points, really good wins. End of last season, obviously, we were so good as well. So why not fully back this man? That's my one complaint. Why don't we give him that full squad? Give him the depth that he actually needs. Currently, we have multiple players on this bench who aren't Premier League quality. It gives us a big mountain to climb when competing with other clubs for higher positions. Sometimes we have 2 goalies on the bench. We have multiple academy players on the bench. We have really good potential, but our exciting crop of academy youngsters are all 18, around that age. So it feels like quite a big ask to have 18-year-olds on the Premier League bench every week. Despite me wanting the manager to be back more, January is always an insane time to try and make big signings, or signings who you don't need as soon as possible. Prices are massively inflated, and selling clubs make it so much harder to sign players. You've also only got about 30 days to make the signings, which I know some signings come through in like a week, and obviously we have deadline day, but that is not a lot of time to complete a signing when there's negotiations, medicals, all that. It's really, really hard. So for me, it is a tricky situation. However, we went for a cover left back in the summer in Sessegnon. We didn't get him. We're trying again now in Diouf. So if we have shown that we need a player in that position and do not sign one in the last 2 windows, then that is simply not good enough for me. Mitchell is getting ran every single game. It is unbelievable that he's still going and hasn't picked up a long-term injury, in my opinion. I'm loving what he's doing. He looks really good. He's growing. He's improving under Glasner. But yeah, he needs some cover to just give him a bit of a break in some matches. You know what I mean? And if we can get more attacking fullback, that would be really nice, especially if we're chasing a game. We can be like, look, Mitchell's knackered. Let's bring on Diouf, give him a go. It just gives him a bit more rest when he needs it because the fixtures come thick and fast. January, he's playing like 3 times a week. So let's help our players out and our manager out. Overall, if we just sign SA, then I'll give the window a 5 out of 10. If we get SA and Diouf, then for a January window, I would say 6 out of 10. It would have been a 7 out of 10 for me, but Decore and Riyad are injured. The two seem to be really struggling to kind of stay fit. They keep on struggling since returning from big injuries. So right now they feel a little bit unreliable. Don't get me wrong, I'm happy with them in the squad. But when we lack depth, and they're the two depth options we have, then them being injury prone is a really big issue and it's not helpful. Currently, you've got Richards, Gay, Lacroix, and then you've got Chadi Riyad. They are our only natural centre backs. For a manager who plays a 3 centre backs at the back formation, that feels crazy. If Chadi Riyad gets injured like he has now, we have no actual centre backs to cover the depth. Yes, we can rely on Lerma. Yes, we can rely on Klein, but that feels crazy that we have to do that. Crazy to me. Again, with Decore, he's one of our cover CMs. We've got Hughes, Kamada, Decore, Lerma, and Wharton as our main 5. Devaney can fill in there, but I don't really like it there. I like him as a number 10. So again, Decore getting injured, it just brings that pressure back on the other players. They have to be good. They have to be fit, and Wharton isn't. So again, it reduces our options. Maybe I'm being picky, but I just feel like a little bit more depth would be really, really nice for us. Decore will definitely get back to his best, but he definitely needs some time. So signing another centre mid would really help put some pressure off of him. He had a huge injury, let's remember that. So it's understandable he's getting these injury problems. They will go away, but we just need to give him the time, the full time he needs. I'm happy to do that. For me, if the squad wants to compete at a higher level, we need better depth. If Forest and Bournemouth can do it, Palace can too. Fans of clubs like Crystal Palace who say be careful what you wish for or remember who we are. Let's just take a look at Bournemouth this season. They've literally just battered Forest 5-0 today. They've got so many problems as well, injury problems. It just shows if you back the manager with the players he wants, he can get a tune out of anyone. Let's show some ambition as we all want the same thing, success. That's all we want from Palace, don't we? We all want the same thing. Be sure to let me know how you would rate Crystal Palace's transfer window in the comments out of 10. Really do let me know because I'll be really intrigued. There's been less transfer updates in this video because there simply isn't any to bring you, but I hope you've liked the other stuff I've brought into this video, the analysis a bit more. Let me know what you'd like to see as the transfer window comes to a close as well, because I will be obviously creating weekly content still. Transfer window shut, no transfer rumors. So obviously let me know what you want to bring. Match reaction, loan watch, I can do all of that for you guys, of course. Anyways, let me know if you guys enjoyed this video. You guys have been loving the videos lately. I've been really appreciating the support, and all future support is massively appreciated. Don't forget to like and subscribe. It really is appreciated by me as I try to get to 1,000 subscribers. I was going for 500 last video, but we've smashed that already. Ridiculous. So I'm sending all my thanks for all who enjoy this content. If you're listening on Spotify, please do follow or give me any 5-star reviews. They're great. Anyways, I will see you later up the Palace.